Welcome to WooTube. How are you all doing tonight? Hope you're all well. It has been over a week since I got to stream last because well, kind of life really. Unfortunately, it was I was away last week. Had a friend over, um, so we couldn't really do anything last week, but I hope that people did get to catch the video which I put out on Monday instead. Um, it's just here. I put out a video on my Sophie's Choice um, built to last deck, which is pretty good fun. If you haven't checked that out already, go and have a look. Um, if you want, you can look. You can hit this little button down here. I actually asked people to like it, and people liked it. So yeah, you can hit the like and subscribe buttons and all that nonsense. Um, it's actually very helpful. Thanks, people. Thanks for liking stuff. But yeah, and then yesterday I was actually feeling really run down, and I wondered if I could gut my way through it as Andre does, week in, week out. No matter what kind of cold or anything he's got going, and I decided I just needed one more day. And apologies if my throat gives out halfway through today. That's also why we're a bit late today. Okay, so it's actually also been like 10 days since I played Netrunner last. No word of a lie. I have been playing a lot of Star Realms, which my friend got me into. It's been a lot of fun. Anyone out there played any Star Realms? I found it quite good. It's been like a nice little diversion. He was over, so we were playing just a ton of Star Realms. Maybe I'll like work. I haven't worked out how to do it on my laptop yet. I can only do it on my other various devices. So, but maybe we'll throw some up on a stream sometime in the future. And what else is happening? Oh, I think there is the next meta test is, I think it's this week. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's this weekend. I don't think I'm going to be able to play because family man. Yeah, cheers, Foley. It is this Saturday, but I do believe that my good friend Jai is going to be one of the casters for it, which is pretty awesome. So hopefully I will be just hanging out in chat, something along those lines instead. So today this is the plan. It's a little deck which I've been having quite a lot of fun with. This kind of really represents a style of criminal which I like. I don't normally play a lot of criminal, and when I do, I like to spend a whole lot of influence on on one particular card. And this is a pretty fun one in Steve. So we're running 3 copies of Chichishka, which with Steve recursion can be anything up to 5, which is quite nice. It does use up a lot of our influence. So we have some slightly dubious breakers. We're not going to be breaking anything very cheaply. We're running Tremolo, we're running Cat's Cradle. We're spending an influence on Leech just to try and make them slightly playable. And I've actually been finding backstitching pretty good, and especially in Steve, and especially sometimes when we just need to get through one ice, or one particularly nasty ice to land a Chichushka. We've got some other kind of classic Steve cards in here. We've got Sneak Door, and I think the rest is like just pretty standard sort of startup crim stuff. But this is what we're going to be starting with today. And then um, maybe if we get some time, then we'll kind of see what a oh, what's going on here. We'll see what a standard version of this looks like, because I've only really tried to play this in uh, in startup, so um, we might well be able to turn this into a standard deck and sick. Okay, well we've got some some halftime. Oh, whoops. Hey, I'm streaming. I think that's okay. If it's not, we've also got some good halftime entertainment courtesy of uh, courtesy of Phil. Okay, this is an interesting opening hand. PE. Steve's pretty good against PE. Getting the leech early is pretty good if they end up being on a lot of ice. I think I'm going to keep it. We'll just see if they ice up HQ first turn. If they don't, that's pretty good. So what we're going to do is hit one of these, hit one of these. We're going to gain the money. We're going to hit them with a Shishka. We'll get some money back. We could have put the leech down too to be a little bit greedy here, and we'll just draw a card. All right. Well, that is the punish, isn't it? At least they just got a 2-1 off that play. Now, I mean, both of these are very tempting to play, especially the Pan Weave, but I don't want to take damage. Yeah, at least it's not an oboe. Or I want to play all three of these cards, and I also don't want to play all three of these cards. So that's interesting. Guess I can get at least one of them back with Steve. Do we want to try and keep him in? I feel like Zenit Chip is like too sketchy. We're like kind of safe here. I'm really just using this as hit point recursion for this particular run. We see a Hand's Eye. Well, so much for keeping their money down. And we'll draw once. Okay, they didn't give us back the Wake, which is it's probably fine. Now, question is, do we play the Zenit chip? Kind of think we probably don't. Ah, screw it, I'm gonna, because without it, we're like a bit boned. Yes, we're just gonna choose these two. We see a Regenesis, and we'll draw. Okay, Battle Waltz. Fine. Now we probably can't run this ice without some kind of sentry breaker down. So let's draw and look for that is a sentry breaker. I mean it's our sentry breaker. Now I can't run anywhere because I might lose it. I think I'm running one other sentry breaker. I guess I probably get rid of this bladder wart. Tricky. We're gonna okay. Well, that's a good reason to not get rid of a bladder wart. Okay. I guess we kind of have to be aware of. So they have hybrid release and they have regenesis, which are both really good against sabotage decks. This was from archives, but it had to be a face down, right? So it can't be the ladder wall, which is good to know. Tempted to run archives. It's a little scary to do it. Do I just barrel into HQ? What's the worst thing they're going to have? The worst thing they're going to have is an anvil, funnily enough. Um, they could hit me with. I'm going to draw one. Okay. Right, that's interesting. That is interesting. I wonder what they don't res there. Um, we'll choose Leech and the Gamble. We kind of want to keep the Why on earth did I play a deck where I can't pronounce the cards? We want to keep the Chishka until we have two. Get rid of. Tempting to run this just in case it's a Regenesis. I also don't want to end with too few cards in hand because of Blood in the Water. Oh, I lost the Cat's Cradle. That is worth knowing. Oh my gosh. Should be running these things. Yeah, saving an enemy is likely, so I feel like an enemy is the only thing that this could be. I feel like everything else you res at that point. Do I check these? Are we going to be on like a... feel like we might run into a... what's her face? A Keeling. Well, they didn't res before, so let's see if they res now. They don't? Okay. Um, we'll just go for the money options. We hit a snare. That's understandable. Gonna remove tag. We're gonna draw. And now I think we probably get rid of this bladderwort. Because whatever they have here, they can probably res to deny themselves enough credits. Well, don't we look silly? Fine. I mean, this will happen if you don't run their servers. So I'm gonna. Okay, they only have 2 credits, so I can run myself one. If it's a snare, it doesn't matter. An enemy. How much is an enemy to res? Is it 2 or 3? An enemy. Who? A N N O. Me? Who knows? I think it's free to res, right? Oh, there we go. Yeah. So I think I'm going to run HQ to drain them a credit. I might get back the the two of fists, 2 fists. Here seems good. Let's go for it. Yeah, sure. Um, we'll get these two. That I think I do want to trash. Let's run server 6. Okay. We'll draw and could play Earthrise. I think we just take a credit. Next turn we might mill them twice and then draw some cards. Did they install a different piece of ice? Interesting. Okay, so that is something that's going to stop us. I want to get this down. do I want to force them to res it? What's the worst thing it can be? It can be a whatchamacallit. Don't think that is the worst. I think I'm just going to run HQ and see. 3 credits, they can res. Oh, okay. Well, they don't res. So that's interesting. This is money. This is money. Off-world office. And there goes our Chishka. That's a shame. They now have 2 credits. I don't think there's anything they can res here. So I'm going for it. I could check the top of R&D first. I think I will. Probably should have put down this penny shaver. And then I know it's not a blood and water and don't have one in hand. Don't want to check archives yet because we're probably going to run into about some agendas. Let's put this down. We'll tempting to run HQ. Like really, what's the word? Okay, they can now res. Ooh. So now I want to stop them being able to res that, which means running HQ feels like way better. Do I pull a Jashishka at this point? We might do. I know it's an Ivek in their hand. So I could pull 2 Shishkas and then hit a Shishka straight away. I'm going for it, I think. Well, that's kind of a plan, but we are now, I think we have used, like, this is all of our influence in the bin. So, 11 cards in archives. Oh, we're on 6 points. Didn't actually notice that we were on 6 points, so surely there must be a 1-pointer in here. There we are. This one. GG. Bam. Oh, Nightmare Archive. So we managed to win against the ultimate anti-Trishka deck, which is running 3 hybrid releases, 3 regenesises, and Nightmare Archives. But that is why you don't just run archives at any point. Let's take a core just for the fun of it. Cool. That worked pretty well. I mean, Steve is always like one of the people that you kind of want to be playing if you're against PE. Yeah, exactly. There's like if someone cues into me with Steve, then I want if someone cues into me with PE, I feel happiest if I'm playing Steve or Apex. And I almost don't like playing Apex against PE because it just feels like cheating. Especially if they don't ice archives. You're just like oh, I need to put the thing in. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, exactly. Any twitch.tv/bar. So this is the thing with Steve. Like Steve is really good at playing any kind of big. Oh, I've put it on standard. I'm an idiot. You can tell I'm like totally not 100% yet. yeah, I couldn't play yesterday because I was feeling just a bit too ill, and I'm clearly not, still not quite there because I'm not there. So um, yeah, James brings up my point about why I like Steve here, or in any ways. I really like Steve when you're like using one power card and you're just recurring that power card. Oh my word, we have Brandon. He's he's gonna come and he's gonna come and put us in our place. As long as he's aware that we're playing start up. Start up. Yup. Maybe standard later. Yeah. Brandon's more of a standard player than a starter player. I thought it was a bit unusual that he was jumping in on that one. Am I still hungover from a long weekend? No, I'm not actually. I did have a really nice week last week, but or it would have been really nice. I have been like struggling with a cold, which kicked in pretty much the first day of my uh like 8 day long holiday, which was great and typical, and then stuck around for my holiday. Um, we had a nice time though. I met up with a load of friends in a big house in Wales, which for anyone who's not from the UK and is watching, Wales is like a big field with sheep in it, and hills, but it's very nice. It rains a lot. But we had quite nice weather, and um, I got to see like a whole bunch of our friends. There was, I think, like 11 adults and 9 kids in this house. So we had like all the kids playing together most of the time nicely. And we actually got to like hang out and like play games and stuff in the evening. Played some Monikers, which was excellent and very funny, as it always is. And we played some Wavelength, and we played some Don't Get Got, which is a great way of making all of your friendship group incredibly suspicious of every single thing which you're doing. After you've been got like once or twice, if you've ever played this game, then you trust no one ever. Wales isn't a big field. Wales is a series of large hills, constant rain, and mining towns sliding into the sea. Yeah, okay, that's slightly more accurate. Um, but it is very nice, um, and very green. Okay, we're playing against PE again, so there we go. This is a weirdly similar opening hand, um, but it doesn't have the gamble, which would be, I think we probably mulligan it into like the same hand. This is, I mean, this is again like this is 4 out of the 5 same cards. This last one, right, which was about 4 out of the same cards. Okay, so they're icing HQ first turn, which means means they have ice to play. Um, what's the chances we can get through it? I mean, we don't have to worry about Sice and Tan anymore, right? So let's play some money. We're going to hit this. There's no reason to run on archives. And we'll just draw one more time. I was going to say the reason I played a no free lunch there is so that if HQ is the target, I can run HQ and then I can still potentially get a Steve trigger, forgetting that this Carpe Diem would be stuck in my play area. Ah, they've got loads of money now. Hands eye review. Okay, so let's hit a Carpe Diem. Yeah, sure. Okay, Diviner. I can never remember if we can get through or not on this one. We don't, but that's fine. Um, this is probably an agenda, so it's probably not worth pinhole threading. So let's draw. I definitely want to get the revolver down. Let's draw one more, and we'll play a revolver. Could try contesting this remote. Fairly likely. I mean, the scariest things are just sentries. Okay, now they're advancing it. Let's draw one. What do we care about here? So I think the worst punish here is like Anvil. This is fine. This is actually really horrible to break with this, right? I have to pay. Ugh. Ugh. Who said that this was an efficient breaker? Um, do I lose to anything here? How much damage does a... No, I don't think I do. Interesting. Let's draw a couple. We've lost one Chichishka. We've also lost a Tremolo. That's fine. We're playing two and we're not expecting to see many barriers. We'll say that and then instantly run into an Ivik. Okay. Putting up a bit of defense going on here. Oh, right. That at least gains a bit of momentum from running. Amazing. I mean, sometimes you just got to call them, haven't you? So I did just see an Ivek on R&D. One tremolo. Did I not draw a tremolo and lose a tremolo? Did I just dream that? I think I've gone a bit loopy. I could have sworn I drew a tremolo and threw one out, or didn't throw one out but lost one. It must have been last game. Okay, that feels like the Ivik. Do I want to force them to res an Ivik? Kind of do. 7 credits is a lot. It's going to do 2 damage. We're going to lose like a second Jushka if we do, but I think it's fine. Yeah. Oh, it's 6 to res. Okay, so we did lose our second Shushka. That is a shame. Let's draw. We don't want to play that right now. We might play it next turn and then run archives. Because probably not installing this waking plant. Okay, James, I read the Halo bit and then I looked at the first word which you'd written there and I thought you'd said a glory hole. And I was like, I really hope that's not what I think of as a glory hole. Um, but yeah, this is actually a big orange circle which my wife made for our wedding. It was like part of the decoration. Let's go how to leather, shall we? Why not? Let's see what we find in here. Ooh, spin doctor. Vasilisa is very interesting. Suggests some got a hand size of 4. Am I playing a gamble? Yeah, I think I'm playing a gamble. That's fine. Suggest traps. Think. Like that's why I would play this in something like PE. I'd want to put it in front of, say, or whatchamacallit, an Urtica Cipher or something. Right, I kind of need to find a cat's cradle, you know? Let's pop this down and run archives. I'm not playing the career fair here just because I want more cards in hand. Okay, we've got them to pop 2 spin doctors so far, which is excellent in terms of the fact that at some point we're going to want to start hitting them with Chuchushkas. Ooh. Actually want to play that. It's a lot of money on a card, on a single card. I also want to play the gamble, but the gamble could stay. I might just hit the penny shaver. No, I'm just gonna install the liberated straight up. I'm hoping this isn't a blood in the water, and if it is, then they're going like very poor and throwing out a bunch of cards. That feels fine, I think. Okay, item up archives. We'll draw. We'll hit this twice, and we'll get some card draw on the go. Okay. Plan of what? I think we're probably going to take that down because we're doing quite well at keeping them poor. Okay, we were doing quite well at keeping them poor. Don't know what this is in server 1. Anyone got any good guesses? I think we can play. Tempting to play the sneak door and run here. Why did my wife make a gigantic circle for your wedding? Oh, that's a good question. Essentially, it was just uh, a decoration. It kind of went behind us. Our wedding was very orange themed. It's like my favorite color. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's what it was in the remote. Okay, oh no. Fine. Okay, we've got a tremolo. Yeah, so essentially it was like a orange themed wedding and the circle made sense. So I could put down the pan weave. Oh, I lost a sneak door. That is a shame. That is a shame. I can get through this for fairly cheap. Once. Kind of want to put down the pan weave before I run with it. So let's do that. I'm going to run archives. Should have hit the red team. That's absolutely. Ooh, hello. This is a spicy deck. Okay, so end of a line also makes sense why they want to give us tags. And then do we play mutual favour now, knowing that they might be on blood in the water? Probably not. We just hit this button. So next turn, we can mutual favour out our cat's cradle. And then we can probably start going. Like, we might have to check this. Do we make a run first? Don't think so. Um, hmm. No. Let's get a cat cradle down. Do this. We'll go HQ. Okay, this is now quite scary because we don't die to snare, importantly. Yeah, why not, eh? We're not actually going to die to snare, it's fine. Are we going to try and get the Shushkas back yet? Is the big question. I think we're like really likely to hit a snare here from what they're kind of seriously. So we might just not do that. Steal a blood and water. We lost the thing which we recurred, and we'll draw a card. What Sabotage did we include? Just Chishishkas, Thanos. So we're playing 3 copies of Chishishka, one of which we'd just drawn into. And I'm probably going to play right now. Do we double Chishishka on this turn is the big question. I think we probably do, like just for the fun of it, apart from anything else. Have to be aware that I can only get through an enemy a certain number of times before I find my. But a double Chishka, play is always like a more fun one. So we're going to -1 will break. We will do -1 here. We'll pay 2. Yes, please. Pretty much, Axu. We're gonna smash a bunch of Shushkas down and recurve them where we can. And occasionally we get to play 2 in a turn like this by using the first one to recurve a second, which like feels pretty good. Smash a second one out here. I think chances of them drawing a spin doctor here. I don't really want to check yet. I don't think we need to go for this bladder wart yet either. So let's draw once and we'll hit the penny shaver. 9 face downs in archives. Very interesting. What is this? Anyone got any clues on what that would be? Because I am stumped. I think I might check R&D here. Ganked. I don't think Gank's still legal. I think that has rotated. Kind of need to find my um uh what you call it? My other breaker. My what's the other one? What's the other century breaker called? Carmen. That's it. So we'll do this. Making that for free is free credits is okay. We're gonna get all that money back. Do we trash a bladder wart here? I think we probably don't. Because if they put it out somewhere next turn, I think that's fine for us. We can like dirty laundry into it. Cheeky price set, definitely not, because we are in startup. We're going to play the backstitching. I am tempted to go HQ. Could go HQ. I want to play this black backstitching. I'm like really worried about running out of revolver ammo. So I think I'm just going to go a little bit slow. Let them draw a bladder wart. Yeah, I would have forgiven you for thinking that. Now that's like the other bladder wart which they're jamming to force us to run through, right? We all agreed on that because that's what I would be doing, but it could also be a spin doctor. Maybe we run archives to force a spin doctor pop if it is one. This is HQ this turn, which is very interesting. So we could go and hit another Shushushka this turn. That is very tempting. Go in with Dirty Laundry or go in with the red team? I think we might want to Dirty Laundry for hit points. I mean, if this is a Regenesis, is the other option actually. Oh, this is going to be the thingy, isn't it? The Nana Civic. Yeah, I just got there at exactly the same time as you. I forgot this is startup. That is a perfectly legal thing to play in startup. We might need a pinhole threading, which are both in the bin. I might have to check this in case it is a bladder wart. Not a bladder wart, a Regenesis. Okay. Is there anything I die to here? Sting's not still legal, right? I die to thingy. The old. Um, I die to an unadvanced Urtica Cipher, which is a real shame. I am also very low now. I can do one break on HQ. Urtica, snare. Oh, probably this as well. Right. Well, who saw that coming? Uh, can I jack out? Could also be Nanny. Yes, yes, Thanos. It could be Nanny. I think I just die, right? Basically. Do I? Can I jack? But like they've kind of rezzed it now. Could Jack out now? I think I've got to. There's too many things which do 2 damage, right? And Ivik, uh, any of the other things. Could go HQ now. I think I have to, and backstitch, and yeah, I think they might have res too early. We are going to bypass the anemone. Yeah, chat is the ultimate winner of all games of Netrunner. Yes, we will choose. We might need a pinhole back. I think we're going to need a pinhole if we're going to do anything. Throw away the gun. I could throw away the gun, but I'm not going to yet. I might just get money here because I'm now very poor because I couldn't let that dirty laundry fire. I have said that there will be a stream once where I just do exactly what Phil tells me to do in chat whenever he tells me to do something in chat because it's always the correct line. He always calls the exact correct line. Okay, now we just need to not lose this Carmen. If we lose this Carmen, we're in a bit of trouble. We didn't lose a Carmen. We'll draw, and then we probably just play the Carmen now so I don't lose it to like a 2-1, right? Or I risk it. No, it's fine because I can always go through HQ and get one of these two back. So I'm going to draw one more time so that I'm a little bit safer. Okay, so how do we win this? We'd probably have to go HQ. Oh, maybe I should have put this down because now I've got to make a run. Ah. So I think our winning plan now is to go HQ and pull back a pinhole threading before they just start regenesing stuff out on us, which is like gonna happen now. So we could go HQ. Now the risky play, yeah. So we can go Carmen HQ Pinhole Archives, which is the risky play, which is the like safer play. The riskier play is to run HQ first, trashing the revolver, and then installing the Carmen cheaper. I'm like quite short on money, which is an issue, and even to get in anywhere here, it's going to cost me stuff. So I might have to pinhole next turn. What do we think? I think I probably can't get in here. This feels like so like a Regenesis, it's ridiculous. If they score at a Regenesis, then it puts them on probably 6 points. It will put them on. Oh, it put them on 6 points, and then they've got hybrid releases. But if I can run HQ at least once, they'll be down to 5. They'll then be on like 3. Be on only 2 credits. They've still got just enough to res a Nanic Civic. Oh, I'm tempted to. I'm really tempted to play the like riskier play, which is to like gamble. Do we need to gamble? I think I need to gamble at least once. Gamble, throw the gun at the enemy. Um, there's no oboe because this is startup, but there could be a send a message actually, which I hadn't considered. So if their agenda suite is like free blood in the water, could just be two. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, they could be on sender messages. Um, Regenesis to send a message does win. Do I just run archives? Do I just run archives? The worst that they can do to me is free damage, I think. If they res ice and then force me. Oh, hello. Oops. Um, if they res ice and the Civic, then they'll be very poor. So the big risk in running HQ first click is the main big risk is that I have to chuck my gun because I'm down to no, like my only way of getting through this enemy is throwing the gun at it, which is fine to a point, but my Carmen is in hand. If we hit a snare, they'll be really poor, which is worth bearing in mind. They won't be able to score out of Regenesis. Unfortunately, Nano Civic kind of doesn't cost anything once they've resed it. If we hit a snare, they'll be too poor. I don't have another gun in the bin. I'm running two killers, and they are both here. So I'm running one revolver, one Carmen, because I don't like just running two revolver. And in fact, this is true. I kind of want to play a gamble first because I'm going to need to pay like 3 credits to get through this diviner. I think I'm just going to run HQ. I could go gamble, run HQ. I guess I red team it anyway. Maybe I don't need to gamble. So if I red team here, I'll essentially have I get in for like 0 credits. I could then install the Carmen. Playing the pinhole is going to be the tricky thing. Oops, let's red team this. I actually this is very weird. I somewhat want to hit a snare here because I think if I hit a snare and they actually fire it, then they're too poor to res this Nano Civic. So they essentially can't fire a snare here. So we're going to rob them of 1 credit. What does it say? If end run, if it's an odd number, it's going to be an odd number, so we do have to break it. I don't think I want to bring back the Chishkas, right? Um, do I put the pinhole in my hand? and then pinhole next turn. Okay, they fired the snare. That is fine, I think. We're going to trash it. We're going to run archives. Think outside of a pop-up window, then we're fine. Tive, they can res. We can't break. I definitely should have installed this Carmen first, but there we go. We're there. There's a whole load of stuff in here. Look at all this. And we do see the Civic print. Yeah, so them actually firing that snare. Yeah, you need to ask for access first. And if I say yes, check. Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd have died to a Baphonomus. Yeah, so actually they needed to not fire that snare there, which is like a really interesting spot. Wow, Panweave, I don't want us that game. Look at all the goodies. Yeah, what have we got in here? We've got Mavirus, makes sense. Nanocivics, snares. The end of the line is like interesting. I wonder if they're playing. I wonder if they're playing. Kind of makes sense. What's the HB give you a tag? Like that's potentially a combo you could definitely play in PE, right? Um, give them a tag with like just definitely stealing agendas. So hit them with one of those, give them a tag, hit them with an end of a line, 4 meat damage. It's probably enough to get the kill most of the time. Distributed tracing, yeah. I mean, we haven't seen much more. Maybe it's just there to so they can't take tags from like Basilisks. Intriguing. All right, let's do one more with this. Let's try and maybe play a non-PE game. We can see. Start. I had a similar situation in a tournament last weekend where my PE opponent had to decide whether to pay snare while at 10 credits, knowing that I would run his remote if he paid out and could not no longer afford a Nancy. He decided to let the snare whiff. Yeah, like sometimes you like it's a real hard choice because uh, uh, I hope they're playing a different deck. Please be playing a different deck. Okay, they're playing a different deck. Ooh, R plus. Um, yeah, it's something which is like I think is really interesting in PE because often you can just force your opponent to be poor enough that they can't play the snares or that they're no good. This is a pretty bad opening hand. That is not much better. Um, yeah, and I think um, it's a pretty good kind of play just to keep your PE players poor. That snare needs to be a significant cost for them. Fine. At least we have a pinhole in case we get Dragoed. Uh, you're starting to miss R plus already, Axu, or PE. Oh, we got hands eye reviews. Just they want money. Makes sense. Well, this is not. a good opening hand. I'm just gonna slam one of these down. Oh, we lose like literally the only card that I really cared about there. And then I'm just gonna take credits because I don't want to just die. Drago Prison, how are you missing that deck? I mean, I know you said not really, but my word, that was that was a miserable deck to play against. It almost had like, okay, we're not drawing any better here. I don't think Panwig is going to be any use to us. Kind of want to put the back stitching down because at the moment we don't have many ways of getting anywhere. Yeah, losing a penny shaver is like about the only card which I cared about. Kind of want to put the Zenith chip down, but I also don't want to run yet. Oh, this is like grim hand. Ah, well, there we go. We'll just lose again, the only card that I really wanted to keep. Yeah, I was playing into all of the. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Um, I was playing into the Drago decks with Tag Me Freedom. So, if you really want to know pain, then try playing a Tag Me deck against R+. It did occasionally win. It shouldn't have ever won, but it did occasionally win. Right, we're going to start running. Ping, fine. I think we can just about afford to do this, and we can throw out Hamwick. As someone who enjoyed potatoes, IG, CI, Sandberg, and Gagarin, I found Endless Drago to be too much for me. Wow. Um, uh-huh. Okay. Okay. That's certainly a play. Can I get rid of that? I don't know if I can. Like, I don't think I can this turn. I can pinhole it. I'm gonna have to throw out a bunch of cards because this is going to draw me a card. I think I'm gonna have to play the Liberated first. Click it twice, and then pinhole, and then I'm gonna draw last click bit with the run, which I don't love doing. And I'm on 6. Great. Um, Probably need the inside job more than. I think I can throw out with Shushka. I can't land it at the moment. It's fine. I'll pull one back later. Okay. One thing I'm slightly gutted about actually, in regards to what is this upgrade? Is this they give you 2 tags if you steal an agenda one? What else would R plus be playing? If so, I need to like inside job. Yeah, a maze. A maze is the only thing I could think of that you'd play like to protect a Sansan. Managam? Yeah, Managam makes sense. Um, hmm. Let's Get news, and then we've seen at least a ping. We know they're going to be on pings, so we'll put down the tremolo. I think they probably score out 3-2 here. Maybe not. There was a seamless. Oh, okay. They're going fast. Right, so they don't think we can get in here. We can get in here. So we just go for this. It wasn't a maze. Okay, we have 3 clicks left. Do we trash the maze? Gonna have to clear 2 tags, which puts us down to 8 credits. I think the amaze. Oh, the amaze kind of has to stay. Does it have to stay? Does it really have to stay? No, I'm gonna trash it now. We'll remove 2 tags, and I guess we just take a credit. We're weak to a few things. Do we need the mutual favour is the really big question. I think that can go. See if we regret that. Okay. Well, this looks like a spin doctor. I don't want to run our codes just for a draw. There's no reason to. Get a draw once. That is not great. Or I really wish I still had that penny shaver. Okay. Okay. Oh, they're gonna trash this. And now, the 1 core damage is from a Zenith chip, which I put down, but I'm kind of regretting putting it down now. I've played a lot of Econ already. Let's draw 1. Well, that's not a great time to find that. Yeah, I think they're just gonna straight up outpace us here. I'm not gonna be able to like keep them down. Anywhere anywhere that I run, they're essentially gonna have res their ice for free because their pings are gonna be free. If they're on Vasilisa, they're gonna be free, and this is the kind of deck which feels like it's probably on Vasilisa. And I'm just like wallowing here a little bit. Do I check this? What's all this nonsense? Draw for. Oh, that's a card. Okay. We'll draw one. Wow. Wow. That that is not a play that I saw coming. Love it. Could have nearly killed us as well if we weren't a bit more careful. So that's all there seems. Well, I say that's all there seems launches. Yeah, that was seriously ballsy. Probably should have checked these. The question is, do I check the other one? That was 6 agenda points. Um, they're not on biotics, I don't think. I don't think there's influence for it. This could be a sand sound. If this is a sand sound, then we just lose. like so hard anyway. That's no good. That's like kind of something, I guess. Yeah, like we're just nowhere near fast enough here. That's a shame. Last one is a snare. I wouldn't put it past. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me that much. Um, well, that doesn't seem great, does it? For us, I mean. Can I play both of these and then still get back and no free lunch? Yes, I can, just. So, we're going free. Play this, go here. We'll put these back into the deck. Okay, we got a bill and a ping, and then we'll play that last turn. But I think we've probably lost. Let's see. I mean, we might have just nabbed for one free point, like the one 3-2, which they were going. They trashed a card. Okay, so that was. Oh, well, that is what an agenda looks like. Is there any chance that we can get into R&D? If this is exactly a ping, then yes. Yeah, Sansan on remote with snare protection is a really good call. Because then if we run and somehow manage to trash the Sansan, or we pinhole it and get it wrong, they could be on free snares, right? Free snares, free seamless, free hands eyes, something like that would work pretty nice. Yeah, I think I'm going sneak door, and I'm hoping that this on R&D is a ping, and that I can get through it by popping a no free lunch. I think I can probably get through all of that ice that isn't named Toll Booth, right? What end of runs do they? Yeah, yeah. This seems like the makeup that I'd be expecting. Um, we could run HQ and get hit by snare. I don't think that's a problem. Right, let's go. We don't have any like free money, which is a shame. Enigma would stop us, as would the other one. What's it called? I don't think any of this matters, unfortunately. I guess the other option. Okay, we see a psychographics, a sand sign. So the other option is we go. We could run first. No, yeah. So I pulled inside job, and maybe we just inside job into R&D. I don't think I can force credits out because I don't. I think they basically only need 3 credits. I guess we could inside job here. So we can safely get another power counter. We can then pop a no free lunch and inside job R&D and get the win. Or we inside job this server. We can get through exactly. We can pay to get through exactly one ping. we can take. Funhouse doesn't stop us. Yeah, 1 point in 15, and we know there's not. So we know that it's not two in here. We could also check archives as well. Just like a minor, really minor chance that there's two in archive. There's something in archives, but no, we think that one of these is whatever was protecting this last turn, which is probably a snare. Um, yeah, I think we're gonna go for the R&D play. Maybe I should have like run this spin dot. They just don't like pop it, do they? Yeah, yeah, I did mean sneak again because I wanted the free counters on here. Funhouse, Amaze, Spin Doctor, Orbital, get there. Pulled that one out of some arse. Um, yeah, we found it. Agenda in remote. Oh, too late. Yeah, I'm like 90% sure that there's an agenda in remote. So, can we make this into a standard deck? Yeah, the extra token was 100% necessary. Um, okay, let's try and make like standard Chichishka Steve. So we can kind of copy this and we can take out some of the cards which are a little less like necessary. Um, we potentially only play one. We potentially only play one. We're probably still on Penny Shaver. There's a very slight chance. No, I think we probably need the money. We'd probably drop the Pan Reef for standard. Is there any better breakers that we can play? And we might just play two Chishushkas in standard. Certainly a chance, right? Well, first things first. Um, rig shooting is kind of not a thing. We can obviously play Begolta. One Louis. Ah, now you're talking my language. I mean, highly tempting. I don't think we're going to have the kind of money for Louis, but he's actually like pretty good with anything where we're like putting pressure on HQ with, especially with Sabotage. Louis Guillaume is actually very good. I mean, we're definitely not doing free all the Chichishkas out because that's the whole point. But there's a chance that we do two Chichishkas and yeah, we play like paper cleared. Although, like, is Tremolo like awful with Leech? Like, is this a terrible breaker suite? Cat's Cradle is not good, but with Leech it can just about be okay. Um, we can get rid of the Revolve now because we've got Begolta, and we'll play a second mutual favour. Um, we can get rid of backstitchings. We will embezzle. Oh, it's just so many HQ runs, isn't it? Right, well, let's put in some good cards, like Bravado, for instance. Bombs and Arms Dealer. So I've not loved the bombs. Like, my thing with Chishushka is that it's an HQ run, which makes it, like, really good with Steve. Class Act is, like, yeah, is, like, an obvious. I think we probably played two and two Earthrise. Like we could drop the leech and play some deuces instead of the liberated. Like at the moment we're not on um, career fairs, so liberated can go, and if we're not on career fair, then we're not playing this, and we maybe drop to one. What happens if someone puts an FCC or message chess on HQ? Now that is a great question. We probably lose. So that's why we could possibly keep like a single leech. I mean, we can sneak door. Um, oh, we can play boomerang. We're fine. Got boomerangs. Uh, do we play turtle? Is the like question. Is this a turtle build? And obviously, like we should be on diversion of funds, but I actually don't want to be on free diversion of funds because our big HQ pressure is Shishka, or we do play two Shishkas, and maybe we can drop the leech, drop the tremolo, play a paperclip, right? There must be other good money. What do criminals play for money nowadays? Like I actually don't know. Penny shaver, bravado, dirty laundry. Let's put two diversions of it. Two diversions of it. I don't want to play free because I think it will get sort of too much. Um, there must be like good money cards, right? Oh, daily costs. So now we could get back to considering Tapworm. I mean, that's a deck. That's a deck, right? We've got two inside jobs, two boomerangs, two mutual favours. Is that one too many mutual favours with all our other things? Is there anything else? Play a second Shesva now that we're not on. Could play a second Shesva. Yeah, we probably don't need no free lunch. I do still quite like the no free lunch. I'd actually almost rather no one homes there in that slot. But then again, this isn't like just money. Like popping a no free lunch early for just money and some things is like decent. We could play this, and when we play a couple of career fairs, is this enough? 7 targets. Is it enough for Tatiana? uh, memory is tight, but I'm probably only installing the sneak door like occasionally. Like it's not really part of the rig. It's like a tool which comes down and then disappears, and potentially could even come out. But I just think it's really good here. The sneak door is the treat. Yeah, exactly. Uh, there must be like a big there must be a criminal money card I'm totally missing here, and I can't think what it is, but maybe just not. Um, you see, we could drop to slightly less. Kind of want to play career fair. I like it. Carpe Diem. Carpe Diem is like is actually like pretty fine, especially when we're on Tapworms. Actually, yeah. Let's play. Um, yeah. I don't think this is rogue trading. Miss Bones is very good. Miss Bones is very good. Falsified is also nice. Falsified is not a bad shout. Like just as a good money card. Are we going to have enough draw if I drop an Earthrise? I do want to miss Bones. Maybe play a second Zenith instead of the Earthrise. Something like this. I feel like I'm probably not going to be able to play more than that. That looks like a deck, doesn't it? Let's go for all the S's. Sabotage standard. Bam. Hey Sauce, how you doing? Yes, we are. We're Steving Shishkas because, like, what better way? Axie knows what we're up to. What better way of playing a card that I can't pronounce than playing it anything up to 5 times? This seems like pretty good. We're against Asa. They're gonna go like quite fast. I'm gonna keep this. It's got some draw. We can like get the Tapworm down with the Carpe Diem probably. Surely, yeah, I was gonna say surely they ice up HQ. Right, let's hit this. We're running already. Why not? They're on exactly 6. So I don't want to barrel into a Fairchild yet, so we're just going to get this down and gain a credit in case we draw into a gamble. Let's see if they purge Tapworm. Probably should. Yeah. They've got like stuff going on. We saw a Watchamadudar, an Ansel. We can run here first click. Sure. We see another fully op. Makes sense. Let's check R&D. See a border control. Also makes sense. Could play Boomerang and go and get rid of this Nico. I think I'll just... Oh, that's tempting. Sure. I would rather like put this down on a turn where it's like a bit more of a thought process, whether they have to purge or not. I think they just purge here, but at least we're kind of getting our draw and our setup and everything going. Do we risk losing our Bagolta? No, because we're only on 1. So we'll do this, this. Oh, I wanted to day laundry R&D. Yeah, sure. Okay, we found our paperclip. That's good because we know they're on border controls. Unfortunately, they get their Nico off, so they get the draw. Okay. Not going for like mental fully op value. We know there's 1 fully op in hand. Okay, so this just looks like a seamless launch type score out deck. Do we diversion straight into a Fairchild free? Do we boomerang and then diversion? Oh, a free diversion. Thank you very much. Couple of dirty laundries seems fine. And class act. But they're probably not scared about the diversion if they're just going to like pop off an off-world here, or just pop off with a fully op. I think we just like diversion again first click. Like, it's good tempo for us if they're not going to res. Um, okay. So we could pinhole. Let's check R&D first, because I think if we pinhole, then they pop the spin doctor. Ooh. Let's take the value. Okay, fully up on the top. So now we really kind of want to force them to pop the spin doctor. So we're gonna pinhole archives. Mr. Hendrick could be any action. Ooh, action. Interesting. If we had, so I think I'm going to get rid of Spin Doctor here. Because if I had an inside job, then I'd have checked one of these. But like, I can't actually get in here yet. Do we slam down a waking plant and hope we don't hit the bravado? Or we hit the bravado? That's fine. We draw a Chishka. But we think that this is a border control. We could force out the border control with the diversion of funds. Oh, that's really good against our deck. um, so we think this is border control. Do we Chishka it? If so, and then can we afford to do that? Just this is 3, 4. We'd have to break one. It's 5, and then we can take your credit and doof if they do. Okay. Well, I'm quite glad that I didn't doof straight into that. What do we want? Probably gamble laundry. I think you should give the gamble here because the dirty laundry. Interesting. The dirty laundry gives us interesting. Have we got the money to play sneak door anytime soon? And have we got decent enough targets? Not really. Yeah, I wanted to play the sneaky treats, but I'm kind of worried about my money situation right now. Right, where did they sabo from? Is a big question. Uh, where did they sabo from? Actually, don't know. Oh, 4 from the top of R&D. So we could check R&D first and make them maybe force them to use force them to use this. Oh, this is going to be horrible to get through with a... What do we choose to use? Cat's Cradle. Are we insane? Let's go Archives. Interesting. I think I might take the inside job and then try and challenge this server. Right, what do they throw out? Magnet, Fairchild, second Spin Doctor. I think we can go in here. One Fairchild sub for Bad Boomer is excellent shout, Thanos. I had forgotten about that. Yeah, this is like perfect. This is perfect Fairchild bait right here. Okay, this is good. There's thinking pressure. I don't think they can void us, and we can still get past a Managarm. Yeah. We'll trash them. So I think we do them. Oh no, we can't do them. Ah, that's a shame. Let's run R&D and C2. Ooh. I think it's the Tapworm here, right? Chishka is tempting, but I think money is super important. We'll leave that. That's a shame, but that will stay where it is. We'll draw one and we'll get some money on the go. So we've got Nico into Managon coming up. Let's see if they want to score out here or whether they want to just purge. They want to score out. If it's off-world, it's good for us. It's off-world. It's actually quite good for us. So we know the top. We know the top of R&D. Let's draw. I mean, this is exactly a matchup where I wish these were no free lunches. Probably should have kept them as no free lunches. I don't really want either of these cards massively. I don't think I can afford to install the other class act right now. Let's draw again for a Dirty Laundry. I don't actually think we've got any left. Essentially exactly what we want is a Dirty Laundry. We're gonna think we kind of know what's in hand. So I don't know if there's much point in putting the Docklands down right now. I'm going to draw one more time. Boomer is interesting. I'm going to take a credit. I'm going to throw out this. I think I'm going to throw out a mutual favour. So next turn, we might Boomer through the Fairchild with a Doof, chucking out the class act to potentially put down another class act. Because unfortunately we can't feed we can't field the Fairchild Boomer. Okay, so that's probably Nico into Managon. I wonder what this is. Is this the last spin? If we go HQ, what are we pulling back? Give them a choice between these two. We could take just some like money. Bravado would actually be pretty nice. Right, let's chuck this in the bin. Put this out here. We're gonna doof into here. Mm, mm. The two spicy things, or the other thing actually is to choose the two boomerangs. I've never considered this. This is something that you could do. And then we've got a boomerang in our hand, which I actually kind of like. I'm going to do that. This is like a weird play, considering one comes back anyway. And then we'll play this last click. Draw some guts. Yeah, that would be the one good thing for the one useful thing for the no one home is just to feed it to a Fairchild right now. Wouldn't be terrible. Okay. Now we could get our Docklands down. Now we can't get our Docklands down. I mean, we could, but so this suggests there's something else going on in here. I think we kind of want to find our sneak door now. We have shuffled. Ooh, Chichishka. Can we play a Chichishka anytime soon? Don't think we can. So I think that has to go for now. We'll see an additional card. Sure. There's a border control. There's a Nico. Might trash this Nico. Do some money. We're gonna put. Yeah, it's a good question, Thanos. I'm wondering whether it's the last spin doctor. Either that or it's an agenda, and like it's one hell of a play with an agenda. I'll tell you that. I mean, we could put a boomerang down and we could provide for it and check it. Like, I don't think anything punishes us. Could deny with Nico. Actually, I don't hate that. Don't hate that. The other thing would just be to go in here with a bit. No, because we know it's a Managarm. Do we want to get rid of a Managarm, though, is the other thing. I think we've just checked the top of R&D. We know it's a border control. I think they're poor enough for us for this to be pretty worth it. And then I think last click we're going to put a boomerang on here. And then first click we're very likely to just bravado HQ. We might put the Docklands down first. Like, worst things worst, we trash a tapeworm. Hilariously, we could trash a tapeworm, bring back 2 tapeworms, install a tapeworm. Yeah, that's true actually. We pinholed and they didn't res and pop a spin doctor. So we kind of assume it's not a spin doctor now. Because I think you might want to. Yeah. Oh, something's warning. Okay. When we go in here, what are we pulling back? We could pull back 2 deuce, but deuce are no good to us. We're probably pulling back 2 dirty laundries. Do we put the documents down first? I don't think so. They did draw a lot last turn. I think seeing 1 is probably fine. Right, let's go HQ. We'll force the issue somewhat here. 12 cards left in stack. We could consider trashing the class act. Yeah, it's Tapworm is nowhere near as bad as it used to be. That is absolutely for sure. Can still be very nasty. I very much lost a game against Cable Carnage because I did not trash his Tapworm at the Bristol CO. Alternatively, we could pay 3 here. Is the Tapworm worth more than 3 credits to us? Maybe. Probably makes 2 credits next turn, right? And that would mean that we can get 2 Dirty Laundries back and Dirty Laundry R&D. I'm going to pay the 3. Yes. At this point, I like the Dirty Laundries. And we'll probably pull the Carpe Diem. I think cast is actually a little bit slow for where we're at. We see a seamless launch. It's a tiny bit scary. I don't think I want to quite give up the class act yet because I kind of want to find our sneak door. Tempting to check server 1 now. What the hell is this? What's the real big punish? They res a Fairchild, right? Oh my word! It was a Vitruvius. That's been there for so long. Seamless is in archives. At least 1. So what's here? Do we inside job there? This is a server. This is an agenda because they don't res here. And there's a Managarm on us. We pay, it's fine. Tempted to trash it. Just so that they have less fully op value, apart from anything. How are we doing for money if we do? This is going to be free, this is going to be free. I'm going to trash it all, and then I'm going to check R&D for 2 credits, for 2 accesses. We see an Ansel, we see a Rashida, that can go. I mean, so far, this Fairchild has been annoying, but we haven't had to use our haven't actually saw a cat's cradle to break it, so I guess that's the big difference here. Okay, icing up R&D. We probably run that first click and just we could carpe diem, but I guess HQ is like fine. R&D is great, like that's kind of what we want. Archives is okay. Let's do this. Oh, all right. Chachishka. Tapworm has given us some credits, that's for sure. Let's draw again. Let's draw again. Okay, so now we can do our boomerang no one home play. Might actually, how obvious is it if I pre-install the no one home? This installing this is worth 3 credits to us. This is like a weird. This looks like such a weird play, but I quite like it. Um, so we're going to go boomerang on the Fairchild, Chachishka HQ. I think that this might be a border control, and I think that would be the time that they probably have to pop it. We probably lose our last boomerang there, which is actually a shame, but it's fine. We're going to force their question. Second FC3 is the one thing that's gonna. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Well, welly. Uh, okay. I mean, at least we can trash the ink card that we plan to trash. Um, we'll trash. I think we can trash the class act, right? We've only got 9 cards left. We'll let them in the run. Is there anything that punishes us on R&D for 5 credits? I don't think so. I mean, now we really need our sneak door, and I'm glad that we kept it in. Drafter, that's fine. We found our cat's cradle. Great, we can break. I was going to say, if we can like pull into our last Jashishka at that point, then we can just click through this one. I'm not sure what we'd sell. We'd probably sell the tap one now to the Fairchild to get through. Um, just want to find our sneak door now. Okay, that's actually fine because we were never breaking that with Gatekeeper anyway. And they've now resed it before we Chishka them. If we can Chishka them. We got any bravados left? No bravados left. So we just really want to find our sneak door so that we can like punish. Will the game go long enough for casts? Or do I just want to draw again and play? If I'm going to play the cast, it has to be this turn. I guess I could just draw again. Okay. I haven't thrown away the sneak door, have I? Don't think I have. No. So it's in the 5 cards which are here somewhere. Okay. Kind of maybe setting up for a fully op. Could run one of these first click. We're not running turtle, no. Am I digging sneak door here? I kind of want to keep them poor. Fully ops in the bin is a great question. 2. Yeah, I think there's like a Chesver and a sneak door. I feel like this is the bait and this is an agenda. And we will find out. I'm going to take the bait. Because I'm a sucker. So, am I going through here? Cat then hits server 1 now. Now they can't afford to res Fairchild 3. It's fun. Problem is, if we play cat, then we can't install the sneak door anymore, which I really want to be able to do. I'm just going to stop them gaining the money. I'm going to bounce. It's like maybe a slightly odd play. I'm going to play the gamble. I'm just going to force them to have exactly a Fairchild 3 here. I'm going to trash this because fully op. Can't draw into this frickin' sneak door. Oh, it's a Rashida. Okay. That's like actually the worst thing. Well, they are like low on, like they need to score fast. Even Seamless isn't like that fast. If they put down a spin doctor and res it, then they're drawing 2. Okay, so sneak door is 1 in 4. So we could go sneak door, so draw, install sneak door, install Docklands, run. If we hit it first time. Or we can do draw, install sneak door, run. Or yeah, double Tashishka actually wins us the game here as well. Even just a single one. Now the problem is, I guess, this could be the win. Yeah, because if this is a 5-3, draw a sneak door? Okay. Now it's whether we put the Docklands down. I think we're going to lose to them scoring out a 5-3 here, which is a real shame. I think we go. Are they going to be on Ikawas? So if it's free border control, they're also on predictors. So free spin doctors. That's 1, 2, 3. Border controls. At least 2, I think 3. So that's 9, 10, 11, 12. So I think they're on Ikawa because I. You think GFI Thanos? I don't know if they, unless this is like a, I guess this could be the one, like 2 GFI, they're on 1 leftover for predictive. So if they're on defo GFI, then we should defo install the Docklands Pass because there's, and well, or we run twice, I guess. We could go sneak door. So is it better to go sneak door? Maybe it's better to go sneak door, install sneak door, run HQ for one, gain awake. Oh, I wish I'd run archives now as the. I don't know why I didn't run archives just to check. If there's one in here, I'm going to feel foolish. And then we can inside job last click for 2 accesses. I think that is sure. We can throw out the clip. We see a seamless, terrifying. I think we lose to a 5-3. Edge, Rashida. How many in HQ? Okay, Thanos. Thanos nailed it. 4? I had a dark lens in hand. I should have installed it first. Let's see, free, keeping us away. Yeah, raidable in hand. Damn. Uh, we had the money and maybe a double just play here would win. Docklands in well, that's where you're wrong, Kat. So they had 4 agendas in hand. Now, to be fair, we hit for 1 non-agenda, but the actual winning line there was install Docklands, install Sneak Door, run HQ, C2 agendas, and win. Because I'm guessing that if 4 were in here, then there's probably actually none left in R&D. We got super unlucky there though. If there's 4 in hand and we hit the only thing which wasn't one, I mean, it wouldn't have quite been the win, but either way. We can just sneak twice. Yeah, I guess. Okay, so we could just sneak twice, but sneaking twice means that you could technically hit the same seamless launch twice, whereas we 100% get one of the agendas with Docklands. I guess sneaking twice does mean that we get an extra counter on the wake implant, but we're not going to have the time for that. Unfortunately, if we'd just drawn a bit more last turn to find the sneak door earlier, and that's what I was looking for, it's a shame it got like. It's a shame it got here too late. I think if we'd had 1 more click this turn, we'd have had much more chance. Also, you access that seamless with half with GFI in hand. Wait, what am I missing there? Or 1 out of 2? You access that seamless with 1 out. Oh, right. As in, was that earlier when they had 2? Yeah, apparently I just should have accessed the right cards and I forgot to access the correct cards. Um, anyway, that was pretty good. That was still pretty close for a pretty jank deck, which we threw together very last minute. The no one homes probably should have been no free lunches. There'd have at least been like a bit more money. The rest of the deck felt fine. There's actually like a lot of HQ without HQ access. I think the Docklands Pass is super important here, as is the sneak door, because like a lot of your runs on HQ, you're not actually seeing HQ, which is kind of uh, yeah, which is kind of a pretty big thing. Maybe we should be on. I mean, we didn't get to play our penny shaver. Maybe we should be on. What's the four cost? See a bunch of cards that you should don't have any right to. The new console, mm, Virtuoso. Maybe we should be on Virtuoso instead. Um, just to like, I actually think Virtuoso is very underplayed. Maybe we'll do that in a follow up script stream. Yeah, for violin case. Anyway, it was nice being back after being a bit ill and being away last week. I'll be back to Monday nights again next week, but I think that's probably it for the stream for tonight. I hope you all have fun, and yeah, good luck this weekend if you end up playing in meta test. Like I said, don't think I'll be playing, but I'm sure I'll be hanging out in chat and probably heckling Jai if he really is casting it, because it's always good to heckle a friend. Thanks very much, everyone. We'll catch you all another time.